Hi everybody and welcome to Working Horse with Jim. Here's our part 2 episode of trying to get this big log up this hill.
Oh, as you can see, they pulled that pretty well with ease. But we are coming to that stump that I talked about earlier. Ew. And I need to go around that stump, which shouldn't be a problem. Also, oh, careful. Gee. Careful. Oh. Okay. I hope I haven't lost everybody from watching because it's so much time dub around to do this. But it's so important to do this to be able to get up out of some of these situations. If I had gone without the cradle hitch, my chain, come here, Brenda. My hook would be right there, and so my hook would go from there to chain would go from there to there, and there would not be the ability to have any lift. By doing it this way, that hook is way down low on that side, this hook is way down low on this side, it has a tremendous lift. Even if you stay right there, and as I start, you can see this log come up off the ground if you go really low to the ground.
You can see the chain down there.
Oh. Did you see any left?
Yeah, definitely.
So I was going to just drop this and grab my other log, the log that's back there. But since they're pulling this fairly easily, I'm just going to take it out as is. Back up. I kept up. Careful. Careful! Oh. Were you able to catch that?
I don't know if I caught it all or not.
So here we have a stump. It was the center of the trail. It snubbed up. It did stop us, but because of my cradle hitch, it's no problem. I can ask him to go. It's already popped over the stump, and I just stopped him there. But we should have no problem getting out of here. But this is what we got to watch out for when you get big hitches like this. I kept up. Oh, so Brenda's got to go look for her phone because she made a mistake of sitting on my cart on the way down with her phone in her pocket, and she lost it.
If you've been with us all along, you know I've done this before too.
Yeah.
Lady is ready. Yeah, I need your phone.
So she's going to run ahead and see if she can't find her phone, and Lady's pawn and ready to go, and we'll continue up the hill with this hitch, and yeah, I compassed out. It's amazing though how easy they're pulling this log, but like I said, this mud really takes its toll on them. Oh, when you're using horses and teaching horses how to pull, and I'd like to talk about this a little bit more in some upcoming videos, how do you get your horses to pull and to pull good and continue pulling? There's a lot to it. I've been doing this for a long time and I still fail a lot of the time, but a lot of my horses have been very good pullers, and you really need to know how much to make them to pull. Like going up this hill, I need to know when to stop them. If I let them pull too hard, they'll get tired and they'll give up. They need to have the right balance as to know how much to pull. And I have to know how long to rest them before we go again. This is probably one of the bigger logs that we'll have to cut here. So just by taking this up the hill, just kind of lets me know that I can most definitely handle any log here. I careful step. But having this cradle hitch makes a huge difference, though, as to how it pulls. Oh! For those of you that pull big loads, whether it's logs or whatever it happens to be, this is something that you all know. And even just pulling a plow, what I look for as to know how long to keep them going and knowing when to stop, a lot of horses will actually tremble right behind the collars when they've had enough. In my opinion, they've had enough. It's either, it might be because it's more than they can handle or just about all they can handle, or more often than not is because they're out of shape. And but even since we've started this job, coming up this hill and the hard pulling that they're doing, they've been doing some trembling in those front shoulders. Careful step. Careful. So when that trembling happens, I know it's time to rest them. And it won't be there very long and they'll go away and then they'll be ready to go again. But I'm telling you, this mud, careful, careful. This mud is really hard on a horse. Oh! And I'm not going to log in here very long because I know that it's too much to do. I mean, it's not really too much to do, but I have to rest them so much and we're just not making a lot of production because of it. So for this particular job, it's going to be better just to let things freeze up and I'll get down here with my wagon and the excavator and we can do so much more because I can get, you know, quite a fair load on if the wagon is not going deep into the mud. Now, I don't mind if people say, oh, that's working too hard, you're too mean on your horses. You know, I don't mind if you guys voice those thoughts of yours. I really don't. But I have been doing this for a long time and I've been very fortunate, and I think it's partially because of the way I do it that I've had basically, you know, very few injuries, very few problems with horses, and my horses are old, so they've been doing this for a long, long time. So even though in your mind it seems like it's so mean, I guess I'd like to say that, in my opinion, it's not. It's just all in the training and all in the getting them into the shape that they should be to be able to handle this type of work. As you can see, it does kind of get a horse a little bit anxious sometimes, but that's good and bad both. A couple steps. Oh. As far as knowing when to stop them, that's just years of experience. I know a lot of people can really actually hurt a horse if they allow them to attempt to pull too long because the horse will get discouraged. I've always felt that when it comes to pulling these heavy loads, it's 50% muscle and 50% mind power. They need to know that they can do it. And you as the teamster has to be the person that teaches them the mind stuff, the to be in great shape. Yes, that's my responsibility also, but they're doing that. Whereas the mind thing, I have to do that for them and teach them how much they can pull. I cups up.
Found it. It was just laying right in the mud. And now I can take some newsletter pictures. If you haven't subscribed to our newsletter, please consider doing so. It's free. And we just share other things that are going on the farm and with the horses, things that aren't on the channel. And
I was just say, by the way, that's a pretty nice looking hat you got there.
Thank you.
Cups up. Oh, may I take the camera?
The photo opportunities are amazing. Oh my goodness.
Pretty damn pleased how they're pulling this along. But it's darn hard in this mud.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Wish everybody could be here to see how beautiful it actually is right here, right now.
You talking about me?
Yeah. I took a picture of the mud because it's pretty bad. I just walked up through here.
Awful.
It's just so slimy, you know, it's no fun.
I think this is going to be my last day. I think maybe tomorrow I'll start plowing at home because if we don't get something else marked, I'm just not going to play in the mud.
Yeah. The horses will
Clean everything up, make sure there's nothing down, and wait to hear from the forester.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll understand.
I cupped up. Oh, I cupped up. Oh.
Do they let you know when they're ready to go?
Oh.
Like, can you tell because
Sometimes.
do they get so antsy because they just want to get up there and get it over with? Or do you think they're like, okay, I'm good?
Antsy, want to get it over with. It's just Lady that gets antsy. Bill doesn't.
She gets antsy before she even hooks on. It's just the way she is. It's her personality.
Calf step. Oh. As you can see, they were just plugging along beautiful, but still from my experience, I know it was time to quit. And so I stopped them. And it just takes years of experience to, well, it takes a long time to have that knowledge to know when to stop. There's an old Kenny Rogers song that I like to say, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. That's what it comes down.
Know when to walk away,
and know when to run. Yeah. More than know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Know when to rest them and know when to go.
Yeah. We're almost there. You guys, we're almost there.
This is going to be an awful long video unless I edit half this out. But maybe I'll just leave it in so people can see. All right, cap us down.
The landing is in sight.
Oh, I'm going to scale it up because I need to start the skid steer up and move those two because there's no way I can pick this log up. It's just going to be rolling it in with the skid steer. Let's scale it up down here and see what we got for tally. So like I said, at that end it was close to 36 inches, and at this end outside the bark is 23 inches, so it drops a fair amount in this 16-foot stretch. So anyways, inside diameter, we're still talking 340 board feet. So 340 board feet coming up that hill. I'd say they did great. Cap it out. Oh. So I got my one chain unhitched, but this one I can't unhitch, it's tight, see? So I could, a few options, I could come in here with the skid steer and attempt to lift this end of the log up and get that loose. I could, it's not, I have a breakaway type of a hitch here, but it's only on this center one. The outside ones do not have it, and that's hitched to the outside one, so that won't even help me now. But I'm gonna jump on the other side and ask them to go ahead a little bit. Since there's only one side hitching, it's gonna roll a little bit and should come loose.
Should I go over there or over here?
Right, that's fine. Catch up. Careful about. Let it. Oh. Bye. Bye. Oh. No problem. So we'll get out of the way, and I know for a fact I can't lift this up with this skid steer. I'm just curious though. I'm gonna get underneath the butt log and see how far I could lift it up with the skid steer. Just to give you guys an idea that have machinery, how heavy this log is. Gee over here. Gee, 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 gee over here. Gee, gee over here. Gee, gee. That's that.
So the cherry pickers on the log trucks must have a lot more power than this baby right here.
Yes, most definitely. My skid steer at home will lift a lot more than this one too. My excavator will lift more, but I don't know if it'd lift that log even with my excavator. So, but anyways, we got it there. That's the most important thing.
Yep.
And we've actually hauled a lot bigger logs than that, but not on an uphill skid like this in mud.
Yeah.
So now for the rest of the day, the horses will get a lot easier work, and I'm actually planning on, I'll probably cut maybe a few more trees for the day, and then by tonight I want everything cleaned up and out of there so that I can call it quits as far as pulling up through that mud. So, hope you guys had a great day. We'll see you next time. We may be here or we may be at the farm. You never know about us.
Yep. And if you liked the video, please let YouTube know by giving us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so.
Have a great day.
Have a good one. I'm on my way home, but I thought I'd give you a glimpse of the scenery on the way home. This is a little pond by Paul Smith's. Every time we've driven through here for years, this tree's been sticking out of the water. It's still here. This morning when I went by, it was completely clear and smooth. But the winds picked up a little bit.